Hello, fellow chatterers. 'Tis time we go forth on a quest. So bring your bow and your book and let us go. I'm Chatty and welcome to my channel, Chatty the Mad Chatter. And I'm dramatically telling you that we are going forth on a quest ready for my TBR for the magical readathon, which is a readathon hosted by G from Bookroast that she has done amazing work with. It's incredible the amount of work she has put into here. It is like an epic fantasy story. I had a great time doing the novice path in September. It was September. And I am now needing to read for my character creation, and I'm getting really excited for the gear up, which is going to be taking place from Monday the 14th of March to Sunday the 20th of March. The novice path is complete, but the journey is far from over. For those who are stout of heart, keen of mind, we have so much more still to find. You must be sharp of eye and clear of nostril to venture on and on until you are readathon ready. For a character is still to create, and you must not hesitate. Are you a wildling at home in the woods, or a city dweller of a bustling urban adventure? Amongst the trees and plants where wildlings are most at home. For wildlings, read a book largely set in a forest or outside. The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. So this fits the wildling prompt brilliantly because it is mainly set around a forest. It's set outside, very little action takes place under the roof, so absolutely fitting. And I read this for the second time in January, so one prompt down. Where on Earthling do you dwell? Choose your province. Are you of Dark Meadow, Etheria, Daruni or Carador? For Etheria, you must search for that gossamer veil, hiding passage between our world and that of the fair folk. Of elves and fairies, that unpredictable, dangerous court of the fae. For Etheria, read a book that features fae or elven characters. Sorcerer of the Crown by Zen Cho. So this book fits really well. It has fae characters in, it has characters going into the fairy court, and a lot of the action set in the real world as well. So this fits in perfectly with that. And it's my first book that has fae characters in. I've read two books that have elves in, Lord of the Rings and Terry Pratchett, but I've not read a lot in the fae world. So this was an interesting one for me. So I was very excited because this book has been on my radar for a really long time. Actually, not this one. The True Queen by Zen Cho has been on my radar for a long time. And I didn't realise that it was part of a duology. And this is the first one in that duology. So I was really keen to read this, and I have read this. So again, I started this at the beginning of March. And so that's the second one complete. Search for your heritage. Human, dwarf, elf, Ilturian, Earthling or Skaemon. The Earthlings number many, it is true. Now we must venture deeper. Earthlings of water, air or fire are not to be found here. But if it is the Earthling you seek, look to the roots, for they grow strong in the protection of the nurture tree. For Earthling, read a book with elemental magic or an element word in the book or series title, air, fire, earth or water. The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. So this works brilliantly for the Earthling because Pillars of the Earth. We have an elemental title in here, so hooray! And this is a chunker, and I have read this much. I've got up to part 4, so this is what I plan to read this week. I'm reading this on Discord with Muriel, and she very amazingly set us week by week chapters to complete, so that's been so helpful for me in getting through this. So it will be completed by the end of March. 3rd prompt done. So that's all the character prompts. Let's get into Gear Up.
With your character created and your guild selected, we are almost there. Yet you have but a week to call forth the magic that you seek. We must not tarry. Be you strong of heart and quick of mind, just a little more we have to find. You must be true of belly and swift of kneecap, for we have more to acquire than just a map. You must be brave of elbow and just of earlobe, as we circumnavigate the globe. What conduit do you seek, through which to make your powers speak? Hard to spot. The dagger is a weapon of stealth. It stands alone near the shadows. For dagger, read a book that is a standalone.
The Humans by Matt Haig. So this book is a standalone, hence the prompt working. It's one I have had my eye on for a while. It's supposed to be really funny. It's quite short. It's a sci-fi, so I feel it will really balance out the next book that I have for Gear Up.
Noble Mindwalker, the choice must be yours. You are being gifted the power of another plane. Of time, of shadows, of shared mind, of passage or of fey secrets. Choose wisely, for once chosen, you cannot turn back. A doorway to open, a world to explore, for the gift of the asphalt plane. Read a book set in a different world to ours.
So the book that I have chosen for the astral planes prompt is upside down. Is The Way of Kings, which is book 1 in the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. And that's a lot to read in a week, plus another book. I can do it. I just need to focus. And it is a reread, so that's going to be helpful as well. But obviously it fits beautifully because there's so many books I could have picked. For the asphalt. I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's the phrasing I'm going with. The asphalt plane. Because so many books are set in a different world. This one is set. Let's do a map shot. So, like all of Sanderson's works, the world is so fully realised, but I feel this is the peak. This is peak Sanderson. The Stormlight Archive is just something that I think he said he had to wait 10 years before he felt ready as a writer to be able to do this series justice, which I think says a lot. So this is the world of Rashar. There we go. Lots of maps, so many maps in this book, which makes me so happy. And just flicking through, I have read, you can't see it, but they're high up on the shelf. I have the UK paperbacks for all of the Stormlight Archive apart from Rhythm of War, because it's not out yet, sole point. So I have read them all in paperback form in 2 parts, because that's how they do it in the UK. And I bought this because I love the end pages. I love how it looks without a cover on, because I don't like the American covers. And we have the shard blade on the front, and there's a different shard blade on each book.
And the end papers are lovely, and it feels really nice. I've just been turning the pages. They're so thin, and I've just been sort of looking at the contents and like that first page, and I'm so excited to read it in this form. I'm so excited for this book. So it felt right that this was happening for the Magical Readathon. So yes, this is it. That's it. So do tell me if you are taking part in the Magical Readathon. I'd love to hear what books you're going to be reading for it. If you're excited, tell me what your conduit choices are, your character. I just love to hear some more chat. I am in the Discord that G has set up for it as well, and obviously I'll link all the bits and pieces down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy reading, and good luck if you're doing the readathon.